Area-restricted challenges aren't too rare these days. Despite all of the amazing accounts who start themselves in the wonderful cities of Gielinor, I was curious, how much of this game could really be experienced inside the places many of these NPCs call home? Like many others, I want to test the limits of the game and see what kind of unique challenges I encounter while limited to only the cities and towns of RuneScape. I might not know the most about this game, but I'm excited to learn more about these beautifully crafted locations, and hopefully you are too. Welcome to Citybound. Welcome back, everyone. Last episode, we kind of just got a bunch of random stuff done, so this episode we're going to be a little bit more focused on our goals. We got quite a bit of stuff to cover, so let's just get right into it. Today's the day we get the most important milestone of the series so far, but we have a bit of time to waste while waiting for our farming levels. So let's get some other small goals out of the way. We have a couple pretty long grinds ahead of us soon in the forms of Tithe Farm and mess cooking, but that's for future me to worry about. I'm going to be stuck in that kitchen for a very long time, so we might as well just have some fun while we can, right? Alright, 33 farming. Only one more level to go before we can get into Tithe Farm. 51 thieving. We're just thieving some fruits to get some more super compost. I probably won't need much more, but it's nice to have regardless. I ever tell you guys how much I hate the sound of magic trees? I don't know if I have. Kinda gotta wonder what all these unicorns are doing here. Like, why are they all here? Alright, and I have 87 super composts left as well. I mean, I'll be pretty good for a while. I probably don't really need to get much more super composts. Alright, as much as I don't want to do master farmers, we kind of need more seeds. I know we're about to get Tithe Farm anyways, so it's not like that big of a deal, but like, I probably should still do farm runs even though I'm going to have Tithe Farm. Oh my god, that's huge! Dude, it's like a 1 in 1,000 right now. Hold on, let's look that up. I just looked yesterday. So 1 in 627. Hold on. Are you kidding me? A second Renar? All right, there goes all my RNG for this account. It's gone. So the plan is today to go kill some hobgoblins and hopefully get a better weapon. But before we can do that, we definitely need to get some more combat levels in, so here we are killing cows. So is there like any actual way to tell the old men apart? I mean, I want to do the maze, I just don't really know. Alright, let's see what we actually get out of here. Some arrows and some more. Nothing crazy, but I'll take it. 32 strength. Hey, the first 5, nice. 18 prayer. 26 hit points, and 28 combat. 33 strength, 19 prayer, 27 hit points, 34 strength, and 29 combat. 35 strength. So some people pointed out that I never really talked about ranged woodcutting or fletching. Turns out there's no X in all of Hosidius. I looked, and as far as I can tell, there's just no way for me to get an X. So for now, I am spared of those grinds. 21 attack. You never know when, like, you're playing RuneScape and they're like, oh yeah, if you go upstairs in this guy's house and search his chest 800 times, you can get, you know, a dragon scimitar that shoots flames and insta-kills people. And you're like, oh damn, oh, there's a needle inside of this guy's shoe if you click on it 8,000 times. Who knows? I surely don't. 20 prayer. Alright, our crops are done, so you know what that means. It's time to go get our farming level we've been waiting so long for. Alright, there it is. 34 farming. Tithe Farm, finally unlocked. Huge. Actually, massive unlock for the account. So, while I poke some hobgoblins with a butter knife, let's talk about what Tithe Farm actually unlocks for the account. The obvious answer is making our 3 to 4 month farming grind only roughly about 50 to 60 hours. This will save an incredible amount of time and help us reach our next chunk roll much faster. Up next is a farmer's outfit. Normally it's not really worth getting for most people, as it only provides an extra 2.5% experience to our farming, but it'll actually be pretty helpful for leveling just a little bit faster. Next is auto weed. I simply don't enjoy raking weeds, so this will be a nice pickup. The seed box will be incredibly helpful for thieving master farmers, which we really shouldn't have to do much more, but on the long term on the account, it's likely we'll need a lot more herb seeds. The herb sack is sadly not purchasable until we're 58 herb lore, so I'll have to come back eventually once we actually unlock the skill. And lastly, the Holy Grail of Tithe Farm. One of the best items in the entire game, and the puzzle piece to our entire account. Gregolier's Can. A watering can that can hold 1,000 doses of water. Truly a key item if we ever want to make any reasonable progress at Tithe Farm. Until we get this, we'll need to carry about 8 watering cans on us at all times, which drastically reduces our run energy in the long term. For now, I'll have to do a less efficient method of Tithe Farm, doing only 20 fruits at a time instead of 25, in order to conserve enough run energy. But as we're killing hobgoblins, let's talk about some of the weapons we can get from them. The steel dagger, the steel longsword, and the steel spear. All of these weapons have their pros and cons. At this level bracket, they're actually all about equal, with some being better than others for a short time before being passed by the other weapons. For now, our goal will be the steel spear, as it has the best long-term DPS out of the 3, but any of them will be a welcome upgrade. 22 attack and 30 combat. 28 hit points. 23 attack. Oh, and some law runes. 24 attack and 31 combat. I'm so glad I have access to this cake stall. These hobgoblins are going a lot faster than last time, but we still need a lot of food. 25 attack. Ooh, nice. A steel dagger. I mean, it's an upgrade. 26 attack, 29 hit points, and 32 combat. 27 attack, 28 attack. Well, I'm happy with the steel dagger for now. We'll head back over to hobgoblins eventually and try and get that steel spear. But for now, we have some farm runs to do, and after that, we're going to head on over to Tithe Farm. I'll be honest, I can't wait till we don't actually have to do farming anymore. Just doing our herbs is going to be so much nicer. Alright, Tithe Farm, finally. Let's talk to Gregolier here. See what kind of things we can get. Obviously, farmer outfit, very good. But we're here for this. We need this can really bad. There's nothing more important than getting this. This is gonna make doing Tithe Farm just way better. We're probably not gonna have any run energy, but I mean, there's some other junk in here, but we really just need the can. I'm glad my old tile markers are still here, but we definitely need to make some new ones. We absolutely do not have the run energy to do 25 fruits. Now to remember how to actually set this up. It's probably going to be wrong, but we could just change it later. Alright, here we go. Seed, water, walk, seed, water. I think I can just go diagonal with these. Alright, it's going to take me a little while to get back into the groove and all this animation canceling, but we'll definitely get it down. I mean, we use quite a bit of run energy here. I don't really know if we'll be able to keep all of that up. Hopefully dropping some of these watering cans in the future will help out a lot, but I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do 25. I would like to make it a goal, once I get the Gregoliers and the farming outfit. After I get both of those, I would like to make it a goal to do a full 10,000 run, but that's probably never going to happen. Let's be honest. Maybe I'll do like a full 10-hour stream of only Tithe Farm and see if I can get the 10,000 seed drop. Okay, so if I turn off my run energy and do only 20 at a time, I will absolutely always have enough run energy if I'm just taking it slow. So that's good. Once I get to doing 25 though, I'm probably going to run out of run energy. I don't think there's any way. Alright, there we go. 100 plants. Let's fill our watering can up. And then we will reset our tracker. And we'll go turn all these in. See what we get. Whoa, 9,000 experience. Not too bad. And we got 35 points. Oh, and 38 farming right away. So we got 4 levels. Able to do toad flax now. But yeah, 35 points. Not too bad. I think we get 33 plus the extra 2 for the 100 turn in. 52 thieving. Figured I'd go get some seeds while I'm out doing a farm run. Got some fruit for super compost. And back to the farm. Let's pump out some farming levels. 100 fruits down. That's 200 fruits down. We're just trying to get enough points to get the Gregolier's can in a single turn in. 300 fruits done. Nice little 39 farming sneaking its way in. 400 down, only 100 to go. 500 fruits didn't take long. I guess let's go turn these bad boys in. We're gonna turn this in, and we're at 39. Got 500 fruits. Let's see what we get.
level up, completed, level up, completed, level up, completed, level up, completed, level up, completed.
Thank you very much, Sea Engineer. Everybody give Sea Engineer a round of applause for that incredible performance. We got 46 farming out of that. That's kind of nuts. Oh wait, apparently to 47 farming. I'm very happy, and more importantly than the levels, honestly. Gregolier's can. Oh man, look at it. It's so beautiful. I don't know why it says 999. Maybe it... Yeah, I quite almost literally doubled my XP. Oh my goodness. My two favorite things in the game at the same time? Magic trees and pinball? Oh my gosh, well we have to do this, right? What a fun mini game. Like genuinely, what did they mean by this? What did Jagex mean by calling this pinball? Once again, going back to Master Farmers for some seeds. So during the stream, we're talking about what does and doesn't really qualify as a city or town, and what we consider to be valid activities in those areas. The rules are pretty vague overall to ensure that it's fun for both myself and for the viewers. So if we need to be a bit flexible or a bit rigid, we can be when we need to be. Generally speaking, any minigame or activity that's inside of a town is going to count, just to make the series a bit more fun and interesting. Something like temple trekking counts as it's located inside of Berg de Rot, even if the minigame itself doesn't really take place inside the town. There are, however, a lot of areas in the game that will simply have to just give a vibe check before we can say if they're allowed or not. The Necropolis and TOA came up as a good example, seeing as it's technically part of Sophenheim, though people only really live inside the temple itself. Stuff like this I'll have to explore a bit more closely, and we'll likely just hold a poll in the future to see if people think it should be included or not. When and if the channel has a bit more following, that is. Maybe TOA itself might count, but not the surrounding area, but who really knows? That's kind of a long way out, so we're not going to worry about it too much for now. Now, something like Chamber of Xerix, that's definitely not going to end up counting in the future. There's only really one guy living over here, and there's no real civilization to speak of, so things like this won't be included for sure. So one thing we haven't really talked about too much is my unlimited access to strange fruits. These things could come in handy during the Tithe Farm runs for sure, but we're not really sure how much energy we're going to be using during the 25 fruits, so we're going to have to find out. We're gonna walk all the way over to the start. We're going to toggle the run energy, and we're going to see what a singular run takes up for my run energy. And then maybe we can do some math from there on. But here we go. Meanwhile, I can turn off my run energy. I used 23%. I could turn off run in harvest. Honestly, that was way better than I was expecting. Only using 10 run energy, really not too bad at all. So I was testing a combo run here just to see if it was possible to just continuously grow plants, but I'm just not going to be able to do everything perfectly, and we don't have the run energy to spare. 47 to 48, almost to 49. That being said, getting these extra 5 fruits actually helps us test something. Apparently you're able to world hop now, and log out with your fruits. That didn't used to be the case when I last played, but I guess we can check now. Jagex must have been listening to the stream as well when we tried to do this, because the login servers actually crashed, so we weren't able to log in for a while, which kind of helps with our testing a little bit more. So that's pretty nice, actually. Hey, the servers are back. And we still have our stuff. Nice. Well, I wonder if you could just stay logged off indefinitely with them. Maybe they go away on server reset? Who knows, but that's good to know. But it's time to take a little break from Tithe Farm to hopefully get an air rune from a guard. Technically, one of our chunk tasks is to cast Wind Strike, so we're going to need one eventually. Oh, I didn't grab any food. Whatever, I can kill this guy without food, for sure. I'll grab some cakes. Oh, hey, the drunken dwarf brought me some food. Thanks, dude. He knew I needed some iron bolts, huh? Our next max hit's a really long ways out, so we're going to trade some attack because we need more accuracy. 29 attack. A singular blood rune? Well, that's not super helpful. I kind of would surprisingly prefer the air runes right now. So I'm finally getting some watermelons planted, but I don't have any way to protect them other than growing a flower, which we're going to try and do, but that's not planted right now. So we're just going to kill some guards and babysit these while these grow. Man. Magic trees sure have a sound. Honestly, if they added a pole to, like, remove the magic tree sound, I wouldn't complain. Nice, 30 attack, which means we can wield adamant weapons, which we don't really have any access to. 49 farming, let's get this flower planted. Medium clue? Surely we can do this, right? I mean, it's not far away, but, nope. We sure can't do it. Oh, another medium clue. Surely this one's in now. Nope. No medium clue for me yet. Maybe I'll get a clue step one of these days. I won't hold my breath, though.
Level up. Completed.
Nice, nice. 50 farming, massive. Oh, some more blood runes, even though we still haven't gotten our air rune. We'll get it eventually, I guess. Oh my god, 2 watermelon seeds? That's crazy, dude. Actually massive drop. Oh my goodness. 21 prayer. Look at those beautiful watermelons. And our flower grew too, so that's pretty nice for any future watermelons. Now we're gonna get these because we need them for summer pies in the future. Hopefully we'll have a use for summer pies at some point, but I don't really know. Maybe we'll get Brimhaven agility. Hey everyone, Editing Shark here. That about wraps up the episode. We got quite a bit done this episode with unlocking Tithe Farm and all the things that come with it. But we do have one glaring issue we have to talk about. Something I mentioned this episode and a bunch of times during my streams, but I did say something incredibly stupid and naive that we're gonna have to follow up on. Let's take a look at that real quick. But anyway, speaking of Tithe Farm, I really would like to do a stream where I spend all day at Tithe Farm. Oh wait, I didn't even plant my... Where I spend all day at Tithe Farm and get 10,000 plants. I think that would be both absolute hell and torture, but also fun. I think that would be a good stream to do just for the hell of it. So yeah, that was a little naive of me to think it was only going to take a day. It's actually probably going to take 3 to 4 days of straight non-stop Tithe Farm. It's probably going to be about 40 hours if I stay focused the whole time, and probably closer to 50, like actually streaming and making sure I get all the fruits and don't let one die. So instead of doing what any normal reasonable person would do, and just take it slow and do that over like a week or two, we're going to do the absolute opposite. We're going to do like 3 straight days of streaming. So it's my pleasure to announce the super ultra mega fun time Tithe Farm extravaganza streamathon extraordinaire. So for as long as it takes, I'm just going to wake up and stream all day and eat dinner, then go to bed and just do that until we finish our 10,000 fruit. That is, of course, assuming that like my hand or sanity doesn't give out to the point where I'm not actually able to do that, which is entirely possible, but who knows. So if you don't really mind some minor spoilers about the series, I would very much appreciate anyone who stops in and says hi during the streams, because it's going to be a very long time if I don't have people to basically entertain me, because there's no way I'm going to be entertaining anybody during that whole stream. I'll be starting the first stream on October 23rd at 3 p.m. EST. I'll throw some other times up on the screen here so you guys can hopefully find one that works for you. But again, I'd love to see you if you have some time. This episode was a little bit more delayed than I wanted it to be because I ended up playing Gridmaster for about 3 days straight and did absolutely zero work whatsoever. I'm really glad I ended up playing it though. I got to see a lot of the things that were added to the game while I've been gone, and I got to do a bunch of PVM and actually learn some new content. We got to get Autophobe Man out of Posidius and break his fears of being alone for a while, and he was able to explore the world and have a good time. I completed every tile except for the Awakened bosses. I just didn't really feel like putting that much time into reading guides and learning how to do them for content that I'm probably never going to do in the future again. And honestly, I just wanted to get back to the Ironman, and I'm glad to be back on it. Honestly, even though it was only 3 days, I did miss streaming, and this account's just kind of more my speed. I think this is more fun than Gridmaster, for me personally. Once again, if you have any thoughts, questions, comments, or opinions, I'd love to hear them. And with that, have a wonderful rest of your day.